A lot of people say there's a specific way to do a resume and it's the only way to get past the ATS. In fact, there's a bunch of myths about resumes out there that I don't think actually hold up under scrutiny. My name is Jason Roberts. I'm a recruiter. I've been a recruiter for 25 years. And this episode is about myth busting, telling the truth about what you really need in a resume. This is my myth-busting episode about resumes. First, an oldie but a goodie. One of my favorite myths about resumes that I don't think is brand new. It's been around for a long time. And that's your resume should only be one page long. In fact, that's not true anymore at all. Your resume should be however long it takes for you to tell your story without boring somebody to tears. That's the whole thing. Don't bore the recruiters to tears. And make sure you have in enough keywords to trigger the applicant tracking system to say, this person knows what they're talking about. The one-page rule, that's gone. Nobody's printing your resume. I used to say professionals, you could do 2 pages. Even that, I don't think matters anymore. You can go out to 3 and bleed over into that 3rd page if you need to. If you get much past 3 pages, you're getting boring. So just don't do that. Myth number 2, you need to add a cover letter. Nobody's reading your cover letter. I hate to break it to you. Nobody reads. I don't read them. I never have. I will look for an executive summary right at the top of your resume. In fact, the first thing I think you should put at the top of your resume is not an objective statement. Your objective, hopefully, in creating a resume is to find a job. Otherwise, I don't know what we're doing here. We all have the same objective when we create a resume, but an executive summary gives a nice overview of what you've done in the past. And we don't need a cover letter with some sort of BS about why you want to work at this company or not. Doesn't matter at all. That doesn't matter at all. So don't write a cover letter anymore. Do add an executive summary. How about this one? Is this a myth or truth? You absolutely need to buy a special paid ATS template, right? A template for your resume that'll get you past that ATS. There's plenty of free ones out there. I do think that using some of the standard templates that we've grown up with, the graphic design templates, or even paying a graphic designer to build your resume, that's not of value anymore. The very simple ATS-based template, a template that's built for addressing ATSs, that's what you need. I've got a free one right here. You can just click that link and it's all yours. You don't have to pay for those things whatsoever. That one's for you. All right. How about this one? Myth or truth? You have to stuff your resume with as many keywords as possible. Sort of a little of both is the answer. I'll put it in truth. I'm going to say this is the truth. Here's what really happens. The applicant tracking system is looking at your resume for keywords. And when it looks for those keywords, it's trying to find something that's really clearly articulating that you know how to do the thing that it's trying to figure out if you know how to do it. So there's some truth in this one. And what I wouldn't do is make it obnoxious. I wouldn't stuff your resume with keywords in an obnoxious way. One way to do that is have a skills section at the back. Again, people aren't going to read that except for the machines. And the machine will go in. If you list a bunch of skills, that's a place to do that. It's a good place to stuff the keywords you think are relevant and important for you. All right. Myth or truth? Using any formatting like bolding or italics or something like that's going to get your resume rejected. That's a myth. That's a myth. In fact, the applicant tracking systems really don't know and they really don't care. So don't worry about that whatsoever. The ATS doesn't care if you use bold or italics. It just doesn't know. It's just reading the text itself. So fire away. The bold actually helps the recruiters in separating sections and highlighting things. So all you like, bold away. All right. You must use specific ATS approved fonts and only those fonts are okay. You need Arial, you need Times New Roman, you need Comic Sans. Who's here for Comic Sans in your resume? You can do whatever you want, honestly. The ATS doesn't know the difference. It is reading the text. As long as it can read the letters, you're fine either way. I don't think that you're going to have a problem there. It's not like it's scanning the resume. It's pulling the actual text out of the resume. So you're going to be absolutely fine doing that. Getting past the ATS is the only thing that matters nowadays. There's a myth for you. That's a myth. Here's why that's a myth. Getting past the ATS is the first thing. It's not the last thing. Getting past the ATS gets you to the first conversation. And the main thing that's important is getting to a conversation with a human. Getting to a human is your first goal. Having a conversation, being able to meet someone, and being able to sell yourself, right? This is a marketing document. The biggest myth of all is that the resume is some sort of historical record of your background. And it is not. It is a sales document. It is a flyer. It's a thing that you're putting out on the front of that company's windshield so that hopefully they'll take it off and say, yeah, I'm going to call this guy. That's what the resume is for. You are marketing yourself with a resume. It is a marketing document. Treat it as such. What that means is give them exactly what they want. This is a big one. This is a big one. Truth or myth? You have to customize your resume for every job. A truth. That is true. And it's because this is a marketing document. You are selling. You are selling yourself in this thing. So shift your mindset. Your mindset should be, I am a salesperson selling my skills, my capabilities to do this work. As soon as you shift that mindset, then your resume takes on a whole new light. It is a marketing document. So you absolutely should customize, because that way you're reading what they want and you're putting in the things that you actually know how to do, you have skills for, related directly to what they want. You're matching the customer's needs to what you're providing. It's a sales document. It's about marketing, right? I'm going to give you a link to save you a little time. Right here, there's a link to some custom prompts that I built for ChatGPT that will help you in customizing your resume. Just streamlines the process, makes it a little easier for you. That's available to you. I don't charge for any of this stuff. So right there, you can go get it. All right. How about this one? You have to save your resume as a doc or a PDF for an applicant tracking system to read it. There's a little truth in this one. It's mostly myth. The applicant tracking systems will typically give you some options. They'll tell you what format you can save in, and you just save in whatever, you upload whatever format they tell you. PDF is almost always acceptable. You can also almost always copy and paste in text into the applicant tracking system in a box. So that's absolutely fine as well. So there's a little truth in that one. You should have a PDF version available, and it's easier if you're working in docs, honestly. All right. Hopefully these 10 myths and facts that we've worked our way through, hopefully this has helped you. Hopefully we've myth busted some things, give you a couple of tools to help you along the way, and we'll get you along in your job search. Very best of luck in your job search.